So in our work in marketing communications, we sometimes run into situations where we want to present a story and something that'll draw the user in without being obvious as to how the image was created. And that's what we did in this particular example. This is the cover of an annual report for the Mechanical Engineering Department at Michigan Tech. It's a large, high-value document that conveys the stories that we wrote about many graduate students and their research, which is focused on what we called human-centered engineering. And in this case, we decided to focus on a laboratory where the individuals conduct research into ankle prosthetics, because that's a good example of human-centered engineering. And they use this little blue box down here at the right as a reaction force measurement system. Individuals walk through and they capture motion and they produce an understanding of the physiology and the behavior of the ankle. We decided to use a light painting technique to essentially capture the motion, which is similar to what they do in this laboratory. But in order to make it a little bit more data rich, a little more of a story there, we cycle the LEDs on and off, or some of the LEDs we cycled on and off, in order to show the speed. So a longer flash here would indicate where a longer trace indicates where the individual is moving faster or that particular part of the leg is. And here, where they first put their foot down, there's very little motion at all. So in order to accomplish this flashing LED effect, we used a microcontroller that I had laying around and a breadboard, and we weren't sure how fast, what frequencies we would need to flash at in order to capture this motion. So we just threw together a little bit of a rheostat here to give us some control as an input, and then we can fire those LEDs faster or slower, and we could accomplish then everything we needed to on site. And the reason was because we only had about 4 hours to pull this off. We needed to be able to modify the speed of these flashes in real time as we took some of these images until we got it just right. Because I needed to fire a flash to capture the individual just as they were coming off the force reaction device. And then I had a secondary flash out in front. So we had 2 flashes on the individual to get them exposed properly. We have our motion captured through the traces, and we have the speed of our motion through the flashing LEDs. We've essentially built an image that adds up to human-centered engineering.